In a major escalation, Iran unleashed unprecedented strikes on Gulf energy sites in the region after Israel targeted the Islamic Republic's South Pars gas field. Iranian forces fired missiles at Qatar and Saudi Arabia energy hubs. Saudi Arabia said Iran attacked 2 of its refineries in Riyadh. Reports suggest large fires were observed in Riyadh's industrial zone, opposite of Aramco's refinery. 2 huge explosions from Iranian missile impacts were also reported. What followed was a sharp reaction from Riyadh. Saudi Foreign Minister Prince Faisal said Iran shattered the trust they had before the attack. The top Saudi diplomat said Iran must review its misjudgments, warning that such attacks will not bring any gains. He further claimed that Iran had been prepared in advance for these attacks.
The targeting of Riyadh, precisely at a time when a number of important diplomats are gathered for a meeting, I simply cannot view as a mere coincidence. And I think that this particular incident serves as the clearest possible signal of exactly how Iran truly feels about the process of diplomacy. It clearly does not believe in open communication or engaging in dialogue with its neighbours. Instead, its preferred approach is to consistently exert significant pressure on them. And what I can state with absolute certainty, without any doubt, is that this particular strategy will not succeed. The kingdom will not, under any circumstances, succumb to this pressure. Indeed, quite the contrary, this very pressure will ultimately and inevitably backfire. What truly concerns me at this very moment is ensuring that the relentless attacks targeting my nation, and indeed those on our neighboring countries who have absolutely no involvement in this ongoing conflict, finally cease. That is my sole focus and interest. And we are fully committed to utilizing every single lever at our disposal, be it political, economic, diplomatic, or any other means, to bring these aggressions to an immediate halt. That is what matters most to me. It is certain that with any re-engagement with Iran, this ongoing conflict will eventually reach its conclusion. However, I feel compelled to inform you the very limited confidence that existed previously has now been irrevocably and utterly destroyed. Indeed, this trust has been broken apart on many different levels. Primarily, this is due to the fact that Iran is fully aware that the vast majority of the nations represented here today exerted considerable effort to achieve peaceful diplomatic resolutions. Furthermore, we made it unequivocally clear to Iran that under no circumstances would we participate as combatants in any potential conflict that might arise. Beyond that, we also emphasized that we would not permit our military installations or any other facilities to be utilized for offensive actions against Iran. Their use would be strictly limited to defensive measures.
Before the attack on refineries, Saudi air defenses intercepted 8 drones and a ballistic missiles launched from Iran towards the eastern province. Similarly, 5 drones were detected heading toward an energy facility in the province. Qatar, too, was stuck in the crosshairs. Iranian missiles hit Ras Laffan Industrial City, an energy industry hub of Qatar. Ras Laffan is an industrial area that contains the world's biggest liquefied natural gas processing facility. Qatar's state oil giant Qatar Energy reported extensive damage and a fire at the facility. The Qatari government described the Iranian attack as brazen and a direct threat to its national security and the stability of the region. Qatar also ordered 2 Iranian diplomats, a military and security attachés.
Now, the issue is they're using their airspace to launch attacks against Iran. He said that they're not directly involved in the war, but you are because you're allowing your airspace to be used to attack Iran. Where are they going to fly at? They're going to fly right over Saudi Arabia. They're going to fly right over Bahrain, Qatar, whatever the route is. But the vast desert is Saudi Arabia, and that's one of the princes. He's going to go in the chains, actually, and he's going to be sitting at Yahushai's feet, serving Yahushai, serving the 12, those princes, Arabian princes. And to say that they're not involved is it's ridiculous. You have U.S. military bases. You're in business with the devil, and their airspace is being used to launch missiles and jets and assets through Arabia to get to Iran. So they are complicit. This is Jeremiah 49. Where the Third World War, the nuclear arsenal is going to be drawn out by what? The so-called Jays. Therefore, it comes in 2 places. Jeremiah 49 and 20 and Jeremiah 50 and 45. Let's read Jeremiah 49 and 20. Therefore hear the counsel of Yahweh that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. So the least of the flock is what? Of Esau, Edom, is Amalek. All right? Edom. Edom is the reason. Amalek is the reason that the Third World War will take place and the nuclear fire is going to rain down on these countries. On Babylon on itself, other parts of the world are going to be hit, but the Lord's army are the nuclear missiles, and they're going to go wherever the Lord wants them to go. So if they shoot at Russia and the Lord don't want them to hit Russia, they're going to turn to the direction that the Lord wants to hit. So, and I read Jeremiah 15:45 also. Therefore hear ye the counsel of Yahweh that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. All right. So the so-called Jays hit the oil field in Iran, and Iran hit the oil fields over on the other side of the Gulf. All right. Because if they're going to be, broken up, destroyed, Iran, destroyed means be broken up, they're going to cause a wider crisis, because it's going to make it hard for everybody else to survive and to live. So every time they attack, Iran is attacked, they're economically impacted, and the Saudis and the rest of those Muslims on the other side are complicit with Israeli and the Americans. So they have to pay for it. That's what the Iranian side is saying. Now, I don't know if they're saying that directly, but that's what their actions are producing. And they said that. They actually said the words directly that they're going to hit those locations. And they're hitting them. And it's obvious the reason why they're hitting them is to either cause more suffering with the world, and the world's going to get fed up. Like, why are we supporting this war? All right. So, as it has been said, the Iranians just need to survive. And then eventually what's going to happen? What? The Russians are going to back the Iranians up. All right. With more force. They're already doing it now. All right. With the intelligence and satellite images, etc., and China. All right. But it's already happening. But the scripture says the guard, all right, which they're acting as a guard now, is just going to increase as we move forward. All right. Now, on certain levels, they're working together on certain levels. So it could die down and then escalate even worse. All right. So let's see. So far, it hasn't. We've gone beyond 2 weeks. All right. We've gone beyond the 2 weeks. So let's hope it doesn't die down. Let's hope it increases, and the Russians and the Chinese and the different nuclear powers on the east side make a bigger presence in supporting Iran. So that will spark some type of economic crisis, some type of talk about sleeper cells and micro nukes and things like that. That could cause the financial system to transform into the digital system completely, or a financial crisis, or a cyber attack that could cause a national identification system needing to be reset. All right, so we hope, but we're on the Lord's timetable. Yahweh Shai is the factor. All right, well, it's the Father. The Father going to give Yahweh Shai the Son the orders to move the different spirits in the different places to do their job. All right, like the winds being held back until the appointed time. All right, those spirits are giving orders. So when they're giving orders, that's when the things happen. Whether it be an escalation in war, a de-escalation in war, the new system coming in, the new financial system, which is the implantable microchip, which will identify individual people to access their records and finances.